Hi friends, my name is Cat Kerr and I'm so excited to share that I have a new product release with GrafixArts.com. Now if you've been following along on my creative journey, you know that I am a huge fan of Grafix Arts. They have a large selection of plastic films as well as dry adhesive films, and some of my favorites have to be matte Dura-Lar film, wet media Dura-Lar, double tack, Artist-tac, the list goes on and on. So many of these items are in my creative toolbox and I use them almost every day. But the really exciting part of this video today is that I have a new product with them and introducing Grafix Dura-Lar Prints. These are so cool. 3 different sheets of designs, and each design is printed on a clear Dura-Lar as well as a matte Dura-Lar. Plus they're toner based, so there's a lot that you can do with them. I am so excited to share these with you, so let's go ahead and take a closer look. Now, as I mentioned, it is a pack of 6 with 3 different designs, each design being printed on a clear as well as a matte. Now, this is a crystal clear film and a matte translucent film with a black outline design. So these are perfect to add to your journals, your cards, your paper crafts, mixed media projects, anything that you can think of. And they're super easy to add color to. You can use markers, inks, paints, pencils, stamps, and so much more. Now, along with my set, which is called Grungy Vibe, there's also 2 additional sets, one by Terry Conrad Designs and the other by Cassandra Louise Designs. Now for today's project, I'm going to be making 3 different journal pages. I only intended to make 1, but you know, you get started, you can't stop kind of thing. And to add color, I am going to be using some Caran d'Ache wax pastels. Now these are the Neo Color 1 pastels. You can use whichever ones you have. The difference between the 1 and the 2 is that the 1 is not water soluble, so that's why I chose to use these Neo Color crayons. But you can use, like I mentioned before, acrylic paint, markers, whatever you have. Give it a try. You're going to love the results. I'm also using the matte Dura-Lar film for this first project, and I just flipped it over and I'm adding the wax pastels to the back of the film so that the black outline is going to be front and center when I turn it over again. Now, along with the focal, I also picked out some of the smaller elements to add to my journal page. Now, once I've added color to my focal and all of my elements, I want to adhere my elements to my journal page. Now, today I'm using my 6x6 graphics mixed media journal, and I'm using the white Dura-Bright page as the base of my journal page, and I'm adhering my elements using Artist-tac micro adhesive dots. I love this stuff. I don't have to wait for the adhesive to dry. I simply press my elements onto the adhesive, lift them up, and then place them on my journal page. As I mentioned, I'm using Artist-tac micro dot adhesive, and I had some pieces left over, so I decided to add some additional texture to my journal page by just taking some of those micro dots and sticking them randomly onto my journal page, and then placing a piece of metallic foil on top, and that metallic foil is going to stick to those micro dots, creating some yummy texture. Next, I'm going to finish up this page by using an acrylic marker, and this journal page is done. Now for the next 2 journal pages, I'm going to create them simultaneously. I am using some Lindy's Art Spray and one of my new stencils from Stencil Girl products. I picked out 2 of the journal pages, and I'm going to work on both of the backgrounds at the same time. So the first one, I just sprayed some of that Lindy's spray directly onto the page, and then the next one, I pressed that journal page onto the stencil itself to pick up all of that excess goodness that was left onto the stencil. Next, I picked out my two focals, and this time around I'm using the Clear Dura-Lar Prints, and I'm going to add some color using some acrylic markers. Again, I'm going to add that color by flipping over the Dura-Lar print and working on the back side so that the black outline is going to be on the front of the page. Now, along with the focal, I'm also going to pick out some words from my third design page that has the words Grungy Vibe and Grunge written all over it. I just picked two titles that I wanted to use, and I'm going to adhere all of the elements. This time around, I'm going to use double tack dry adhesive film. Now, this is a full sheet of dry adhesive, so I just need to place my elements on top of that sheet and then cut around them and then peel off the protective layer and apply them to my journal page. Now I wanted to create a dimensional element for each page, so here I am picking out which element I want to use. I chose this key from the Clear Dura-Lar, and I'm just mounting it onto a piece of ephemera, and I'm just going to add some embroidery floss just to add some additional texture. Now for the second journal page, I chose this typewriter, and I knew that I wanted to add some sort of metallic shine or sparkle, and so one of the benefits of having this toner-based image is that you can use metallic foil and a laminator to add some metallic shine to your images. How cool is that? So here I am just figuring out if I'm going to mount it on a black or a white surface. I'm using some of that double tack to adhere it, and I chose some black craft plastic as the base, and I'm just going to adhere it, cut it out, and then apply it to my journal page. Here I am adding some additional mark making, and then I think these pages are done. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I had so much fun making these journal pages. I started off with the plan of making one, but ended up with 3 because I just couldn't stop playing with this stuff. Please check out these new Dura-Lar prints. I promise you, you're gonna love them. Thanks for watching.